What's up?
Not much. I'm playing around with something here because everything is on my Chromebook, and I didn't have time to pull up all the articles and everything that I saved for Nuggies News on my regular laptop. So I mean, on my computer. So it was a little different today.
Okay. All right, we all set?
Yep.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Top Rope Report here on YouTube, TikTok, and we're now heard on Spotify. I'm your host, the illustrious Mr. Trivia. Joining me every week, as usual, my co-host, my tag team partner, my best friend, the best in the business, the Nugster, Greg. Greg, how's it going?
It's going all right.
That's cool. All right, we are doing our Monday Night Raw and NXT recaps from the 1st and the 2nd of September. So if we're ready, we can get going.
All right. Well, this week's Monday Night Raw closed up the European tour that they're currently on, and this was at the same place that they held Clash in Paris at the de France in Paris, France, and that's as close to in true Top Rope Report fashion. Anything Monday Night Raw, we start out with Mr. Trivia, and this week's Raw started off with Jey Uso in the ring. Guess what? A showdown with a promo.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Ella, thanks for joining. Yeah, this promo, I mean, the crowd just goes crazy when this guy comes out. I mean, there was like, what, 25,000 people there? And they were all up on their feet, yeeting and everything.
I had written down 21,000 and something.
Man, that crowd just goes nuts for him. And then, it didn't get any softer when LA Knight came out. So the crowd was going crazy for him as well. Thank you. And it's just like, I mean, they're just going nuts talking about, their match at Clash in Paris, and then Braun Breaker and the Tribal Thief came out, and they were talking smack. Paul Heyman wasn't with him because he was hospitalized, so they say. And they came out and challenged Jey Uso and LA Knight to a match at the end of the night. They ended up making that match. We're going to talk about that towards the end. But yeah, I thought this was pretty good. And what made it better, I was going to say more better. More better is not a word. What made it better than normal is the crowd was just bananas. It's just amazing. I gave it a B+.
Okay. Yeah, so Jey Uso came out. Still banged up. And then kind of a bad news compared to what happened at the PLE. He said he didn't regret helping him, even though it ended up getting him hurt because it's family. He called out the, like I said, LA Knight came out first. And he, as to why it was Uso's fault, because he couldn't focus on what mattered, pointed out the super kick that he gave him. They were setting up the table to put Seth through, that they could have taken him out. Breaker and Braun, you come out, and then to have everything said. Yeah, Ellen is making some good coach. Logic's not always a big part of wrestling, but it's nice when it shows up. Braun Breaker getting upset because the crowd was singing was fun. It really was. And I'm liking the fact, I mean, we never really heard Bronson really talk that often. I'm enjoying his moments on the mic. He doesn't express himself, but it's going to be pretty standard stuff. It was a regular, proper set up the main event for later in the night. Should see, but because of the crowd, I agree. I'm going to give it a full letter grade higher and give it a B.
Okay.
We have to mention that CM Punk was still waiting for Rollins to arrive backstage, and that kept going for most of the show. After that, we then went to the first matchup of the evening, as was the Kabuki Warriors. Kairi Sane and Asuka taking on the Judgment Days of Roxanne and Raquel Rodriguez. You, Mike.
What was that?
How am I coming through to you? Because your video is bouncing all over the place on my end.
Well, you're coming in pretty good. You're a little, you're a little on the foggy side, but as far as your voice and everything goes, I can hear you good.
Okay. All right. So it was Asuka and Roxanne starting the match. After a little, basic struggle, Roxanne slapped the taste out of Asuka's mouth. I think it was strawberry, not sure. And immediately ran out of the ring to avoid a kick. They really kept a steady pace. We started making tags. Kairi Sane and Roxanne Perez had a really nice sequence before Raquel tagged in and overpowered Kairi Sane. That was a deep match, but the way it ended stood out as strange, especially from the usually flawless Asuka. The whole Asuka lock and everything that was there, it just went weird, and she had to kind of change it up. And Raquel Rodriguez really doing the amount of selling to Kairi Sane kind of helped Kairi Sane in this. I thought it was a good way to open up. I gave it a B-.
Okay. Hey, Wrestle Rant, thanks for joining us. Yeah, I definitely agree. I gave it the same grade. I thought it was a good match. A good match to start off Raw. What a move WWE did by bringing Roxanne Perez up to the main roster. That was a really good move on their part. I think she's flourishing up on the main roster, and having her team with somebody like Raquel, helps her out a little bit as well. Yep. So, yeah, I thought this was a good match. Kabuki Warriors, well, they're former tag team champions, so basically what to expect from them in the ring. And like I said, I gave it the same grade as you. I gave it a B-.
Okay. After that, we had the women of Judgment Day open up the show. Why not have the next match involve one of the men of Judgment Day? As we went to a singles match of Finn Balor versus Dragon Lee. Trip?
All right, thank you. I really didn't care too much for this match. I really didn't think. I mean, in my opinion, I really didn't think it was that good of a match. Dragon Lee, I've never really been sold on him. What's up, Seven? Thank you. And Finn Balor, I've always thought Finn Balor was really good in the ring. Former champion, been tag team champion now, I think twice or three times with JD McDonough. But this match just really didn't do much for me. Dragon Lee, I think he's better off if he sticks around with the LWO and does some more tag team matches with them and everything. I gave it a C+.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I like this match more than you. I'm not gonna lie. I don't despise Dragon Lee as much as you do. I don't think he's ever gonna be the next Rey Mysterio, but he got a good showing here. But the big thing about this is, I'm talking about, Dominic Mysterio, Judgment Day turning face. I time for the opposite. I think it might be time for backstab Finn and have Finn Balor turn face. Because he's getting cheered more and more every week. Yes, it was the European crowd, which could play a factor in it. But, the Finn dragging floats over his opponent to get into a powerbomb position is so smooth and effortless. It's like, it just happens. Don't even realize it. And I was really into this. As soon as Dragon Lee got on a little bit of roll and they got hit with a big drop kick, that I'm surprised his head is into his shoulders after that drop kick, and then a coup de grace at Finn Balor for the win. I really enjoyed this match. A hell of a lot more than apparently. I gave it a solid B.
That's Victor. Thank you. All right, Greg, let's give it one more minute. We got to restart this because you started breaking up there.
Okay.
All right, everybody, hold on. We're gonna restart it again. Seems like every time we restart it, it gets better. So hopefully this will work just as well. So just bear with us. We'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Let's see if it comes in any better. I don't know. It could be. I mean, it could be interference from my Chromebook. I haven't used my Chromebook, and it's right. I've got my tablet, my cell phone that always recording. It's always next to the tablet. But then my Chromebook's right here. So I don't know if that's causing interference because of the Wi-Fi that's going through on my end. So
sounding good now. What's up, Rock Fan?
All right, and after that match, we then went to a tag team matchup where it was the New Day with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods with the Chief, Grayson Waller, taking on the unlikely trio of the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, and Penta. I came up for this, and first thing I will say is it's about damn fucking time they put the former tag team champions back on TV. Wes Smith, Monday Night Raw does not have a tag team division at all. Takes the title, and they don't. What they have, the New Day have it for a little bit, and that's it. It's about damn time they got them back on TV. Plus the fact that I have the War Raiders and Penta on my bench. This was, we had some really good triple team offense between the War Raiders and Penta. It just goes to show you how the consummate professional Penta is. I guarantee you, these guys haven't wrestled together maybe as often as me and Trent have wrestled for PPW and NEW combined. The New Day, we got for New Day, but also Grayson Waller holding his own during this match. All six men were good, but Eric and Ivar were the stars of this bout. The crowd was clearly happy to see them in action. I know I was arguing with Wade Barrett about Mexican stores not being pile drivers, but Barrett was right. I mean, it really is just a modified pile driver, so why is that allowed to be used? And whatever, Collins does, but a standard pile driver isn't. I don't know. But, after, a that lasted 24 seconds, the War Raiders and Penta came away with the victory. I enjoyed it. I gave it a B-.
All right. T-Bass, thanks for joining. Madison, hello. Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see the War Raiders back on TV. Both teams unusual matchups. I'm not used to seeing Grayson Waller with the New Day, not used to seeing Penta with the War Raiders. So it was actually kind of interesting to see how they would all gel together. And I thought they all did pretty good. I mean, the War Raiders definitely came away with a victory, much deserved victory. Like Greg said, we haven't seen them on TV in a while. So maybe this will be a start of things to come where we'll see them more often. But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with Greg's grade. I gave it a B minus.
Okay. Excuse me. We saw Roger and Adam Pearce showing backstage banning Finn Balor and JD McDonough from ringside during Dominic Mysterio's match during the show. And that's the match that was up next. It was AJ Styles taking on the Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio. Trev, you're up first.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed this match. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop and AJ Styles win the title from Dom. This is, I believe, their second match that they've had on Raw. Plus, I think they've had one on a PLE. So I'm definitely enjoying the series of matches, that these two guys are having. Dominic, when he first became Intercontinental Champion, I thought he was going to hold the title for like 2 weeks and then lose it. But he's really surprising me holding on to the title. I mean, there's been some outside interference in some of his matches, but some other of his matches he's won, basically without some help. And I'm pretty impressed with the way he's been, holding on to the IC title. But like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to another match between these two. I enjoyed the match. I gave it a B.
Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed this match as well. I mean, Dirty Dom lived up to his moniker by attacking AJ Styles during the official introductions of the match. But I mean, AJ then came back with a drop kick. And they then went to a commercial break. That's one thing I really like about this match is how quickly into the match they went to a commercial break. I mean, the match itself was 16 minutes long, but they went into a commercial break rather early. But the one thing about this match is, we talked about during Clash of Paris. This went absolutely ballistically loud and was very, crazy, jumping up and down on their feet almost the entire match. And played offense with Calvin's heel very well. We saw Empire kind of show up and I don't know, and put them in his mask and looked to me like he headbutted him in his left deltoid. I don't know how that would knock somebody out. I mean, I'm sorry. I've been punched. I mean, hard. How the fuck is that knocking somebody out? But anyway, hit a box slash for the pin and win. So, I mean, up to the fact they had a dirty finish, this is a really, really, really good match. And they had to come up with another easy way of Dirty Dominic Mysterio to keep the time. But I really enjoyed this match. I gave it a B+.
Okay.
We then cut into a quick backstage segment where Lyra Valkyria was talking to Adam Pearce. Wanted to talk to Bayley, which we didn't see one of those Bayley vignettes this week, so kind of surprised about that. This led to Adam Pearce booking her in a match next week. We then went to CM Punk. Got tired of waiting backstage. I'm up first, so I'm just going to go right on into it. CM Punk came to the ring and really called out Seth Rollins. But what he got instead was Becky Lee coming out to Seth's music. She mocked the crowd, made fun of the crowd, They were chanting AJ Lee, saying she doesn't work here, she doesn't work here. But Becky Lynch ripped into CM Punk for insulting and attacking her husband repeatedly. Seth Rollins, and Becky said that CM Punk, that Seth Rollins is the man will never be. Seth Rollins came out and told Punk to say what he has to say to his face, but Becky CM Punk was coming out. Becky Lynch, once again, I've said it over and over and over again, she is embracing this heel mode and taking it 200, as they would say in the ghetto. I love this. I gave it an A-.
All right. Yeah, I thought it was really good too. I mean, Becky Lynch came out. She showed no fear, standing face to face with CM Punk, smacking a bit. And I'm sitting there like, CM Punk's not going to hit her, which we know he didn't. But Tim Farmer, welcome. But that was just, it was a good promo on both parts. Like you said, they were calling for it. They were saying AJ Lee's name. And Becky's like, you guys are always cheering for somebody who doesn't work here. And I just enjoyed it. I just enjoyed this promo. I'm looking forward to seeing SmackDown tomorrow night in Chicago to see the after effects and the fallout of this. I gave it an A.
Okay. After that, we then went to the main event of the evening, as it was LA Knight, Shuto taking on the Visions of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Trev, you're up first.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I knew this match was going to be a war. I mean, these guys just don't like each other. I mean, they're just going at it. LA Knight and Jey Uso, they make a pretty good team, but not as good as Jimmy and Jay.
Of course not.
Yeah, obviously. And but I mean, Bronson Reed is just, the man is just so devastating in the ring. I mean, maybe it's because of the man's size, plus he's agile. And that's the same thing with Braun Breaker too. Braun Breaker is a strong man, but he's very agile. And that's what makes these guys tough to beat. But yeah, LA Knight and Jey Uso, I thought it was a really good match. I thought it was a good way to close out the show. I mean, just looking forward to, seeing what's coming down the road for the Tribal Thief and Braun Breaker. Hopefully, we'll get Roman involved in there somehow, and see what happens maybe before War Games or at War Games. We got a ways to go yet for that, but yeah, I enjoyed the match at the end. I gave it a B.
Okay. Yeah, I'll almost share that rating. I mean, yes. I mean, Braun Breaker, can't say enough about him. We talked about how great it was moving AJ Lee up. I think they brought Braun Breaker up at the perfect time because there is nobody that is so good at portraying the energy of a guy you wouldn't want to meet in the dark alley better than Braun Breaker.
Right.
He is just that man. It played out as most stuff that this kind of do. Both teams got in, not the same amount of offense, kind of went back and forth. The heels cheated here and there, but the faces kind of, rally different times. They almost came all the way back, but then Braun Breaker was able to get the victory with a devastating spear. And then after that was where that wasn't enough, they continued the attack, and we then had Jimmy going to hit the ring with a steel chair, to make the save for his butt. And obviously, good match. I gave it a B-.
All righty. So overall?
Overall, I'm going to give it a low B.
Okay. Yeah, overall great for me. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good show. Like I said, the lowest grade I had was a C+, and that was the Dragon Lee Finn match. I enjoyed the card. I gave it a B+.
Okay.
So, all right, that was our Monday Night Raw recap. We still got some people in here viewing us. Thank you. We're almost at 1,000. We're almost at 1K likes. So keep up the good work, everybody. I appreciate you coming in and listening to us. And right now, we're going to go to the best part, the most informative part of the show. It is Nuggies News. So, Greg, take it away.
All right, Chip, it's been a few days, so let's get on some rumors here. So the first, I got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday rumors. Some may be the same on certain days. I don't know yet. But we all saw what happened at the end, which I forgot to mention. Everybody at Raw, CM Punk asked Adam Pearce, where's was he sitting left? And he said, we're smacked down this week. He told him he's in Chicago, and he basically all confirmed that he will be there. So let the rumors spiral. Are we getting a mixed tag team match at WrestlePalooza of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch against Punk and AJ Lee? So the rumors are circulating, and it was reported by Sean Ross Sapp that the former Divas champion has, quote unquote, has in fact been brought up in numerous pitches internally in WWE, making it seem like if, and I won't say if, but I say that in quotes, if, quote unquote, she does back to WWE, that it's not going to be for a one-off. So stay tuned. I'm sure we'll get more. He also said we can't confirm an AJ Lee return as a go, but Choice in WWE said there has been more traction on it as of late than in previous years. Trip. Is this inevitable that AJ Lee comes back to WWE?
Well, what I was thinking.
Now is the right time to do it.
What I was thinking was, if AJ Lee doesn't get in the ring with CM Punk, have her outside the ring. Do a little, little distraction part outside the ring, get involved, because, well, we really don't know how much time she spent in the ring since she's been out of wrestling. I mean, I've seen recent pictures of her. She looks like she's in great shape. But, I mean...
Your audio and video is totally cutting out. I can barely understand what you're saying.
Oh, damn. I don't know what happened.
You just went all pixelated.
Is it okay? What about now?
Well, it comes and goes. It's not said.
Oh.
It happens and it happens and stops. So.
Oh. But I mean, if they bring her in, they bring her in. I mean, I don't know what kind of work she's been doing since she's been out, but I think it would be interesting to see it.
One thing she did do, it was only a few years ago, she was a trainer and actually appeared in several episodes of the wrestling show Heels. And she's a character in the second season that was in, several different matches. That's what she got herself. And she was also like a wrestling consultant in that glow. I did a little research. So she hasn't been as active as still from the ring as first saw her. Robert Reigns apparently has been written off TV after his brutal beatdown on Clash of Paris, and it is because he is ready to begin his part in the Street Fighter movie. He's also in it, as well as Cody Rhodes. WWE didn't want to building their parts at the same time. They wanted to stagger them because they thought they could have both wrestlers on TV for that period of time. date is reported on September 26th. So you'll be missing weeks. And I'm going to requesting ever to do a show on my public because it just slows out. According to Fightful, it is still being reported that WWE Creative didn't have any plans for Brock Lesnar at Clash of Champions, but believe that they do have lines ready for him to come back and eventually be a matchup against John Cena at WrestlePalooza.
Okay.
On to the next tab. Terry Cross, as we all know, they are taking independent bookings, and he was on WrestlePure's YouTube channel, and he said, quote unquote, there are hundreds of people who have been coming to the table. A lot of them angry because they were hoping it was a work and there would be I would never work somebody like that in reference to him leaving WWE as part of the storyline. To me, it's not a good thing. Running and lose your job, upset people is something I would do. I understand the people thought it was going to be work. They were hoping it was going to be work. So, I don't think there's any issues. He'll land on his feet. If he's not the most booked man on the indie scene, but I wouldn't put it past an AEW or even maybe a TNA to bring him in.
Right.
So, backstage, it is being reported according to boxslam.net. WWE is reportedly very happy with Ludwig Kaiser's portrayal of El Grande Americano, and that WWE doesn't have any